Hi, I'm Nate at Practical Garden Ponds. We've been talking about pumps, a very big subject, not only for their importance to your ecosystem, but because of the huge number of choices that you have. Today, we're going to give an overview of horizontal submersible pumps that could be of value to you if you have a squat pond skimmer or if you're simply looking for a good price point. So let's get practical. In our last episode, we talked about the huge market there is for submersible pumps that will hide away in the skimmer by your pond. And we gave some detail on many of the vertical pumps that are available. But what if your skimmer isn't built for a vertical pump? Or what if you're simply looking at the great price point and value that many of the horizontal submersible pumps on the market offer? Well, then today's topic is exactly for you. Keep in mind that every single pump on the market has its very own sweet spot. Its optimum pressure, its position, its situation in which it operates the best. So there really is not one pump that is the best choice for any and every situation. Each pump is engineered to work best under a certain set of conditions and to meet a certain set of expectations. Examples of specific goals that may be engineered into a pump include the head, or the amount of force required to push the water where you want it to go. Some pumps are designed to push water very high or at a great distance under tremendous torque. These pumps will impress you with their output, but if you use them in a situation that lacks back pressure against them, they'll overrun for the task and burn themselves out. Therefore, other pumps are designed for less pressure, but won't perform as well in high torque situations. Of course, pumps can also be designed specifically for electrical efficiency or to keep the sticker price low. So you will get the best value if you buy a pump that is made to do exactly what you want to do. Of the 30 or so brands we carry, we are limiting today's discussion to horizontal pumps that could work well inside a skimmer. And in this crowded field full of options, I'll have time only to mention those that are distinct in some way in this overview. In our upcoming episodes, we'll talk about pumps designed to sit right down in the muck when installed at the bottom of a pond, fountain pumps, and other specialty pumps. Taking the pumps I want to talk about in alphabetical order, John makes the list with their Little Frog line of magnetic impeller-driven pumps and their Monsoon line of asynchronous mag drive pumps. Now, there's some valuable side points here to be made. First of all, let's talk about why a mag drive pump is of value to you. It's for its simplicity and relative reliability, as well as their general availability in small, compact sizes. A mag drive pump is basically an encased electromagnet with a separate impeller on a magnetic shaft. There's not a lot of moving parts, there's not a lot to go wrong. It's basically just the magnetic impeller itself, or unless the whole electromagnet gets hit by a lightning strike or something like that. Though conventional mag drive pumps require a protective screen or a sponge to keep sand and sediment from stopping or wearing down the impeller, the beauty of these pumps is that the impeller can be easily replaced if and when it does fail, giving your inexpensive mag drive pump a brand new lease on life. Asynchronous mag drive pumps have another advantage. They can be operated on a rheostat. I mentioned all of this here when introducing the John Monsoon pumps because John makes this dimmer, which they call a variable speed asynchronous pump control. So not only do Monsoon pumps come in 11 sizes, from as little as 550 gallons per hour to as much as 10,000 gallons per hour, But all the way up to the 6,000 gallon per hour models, the monsoon pumps and other asynchronous pumps that aren't too heavy or don't have too high of amperage can be used with this volume control switch to custom fine-tune their flow rates by as much as 50% with the simple turn of a dial. More horizontal pumps worth mentioning are the AquaSurge pumps by Aquascapes, which are horizontal pumps that can also easily be turned vertically as well with no ill effects, giving them flexibility. Also, the stainless steel Surumi professional grade pumps sold by Aquascapes, we have them in 3PL, 5PL, and 9PL. These are great pumps at a premium price, but especially if you're looking for a workhorse and you have the appropriate demanding job for them to do, they're incredible pumps. The 9PL, for example, has a maximum head height of 35 feet. Now that's pushing water. I will mention Atlantic Water Garden's very popular Tidal Wave 2 pump as well for their durability and for their being a practical and mid-sized horizontal pump. And speaking of practical, if you're going for the price point, one of our least expensive pump brands is the Blue Diamond or Halil pump line. I used to advertise these pumps as inexpensive with kind of the feeling that they could not possibly be good because the price point was so low. But after having had these pumps in my arsenal for several years and now installing one of them a couple of years ago on a good friend's pondless water feature and having never had a single warranty claim, I'd have to say these well-featured pumps are a great value as well as inexpensive. Franklin Electric has a somewhat uniquely featured pump with a dual discharge. Obviously, this pump has two outlets for sending water to two distinct destinations without additional splitters or diverters. If you're looking for very high-end, durable, and energy-efficient pumps, Awasa makes several premium horizontal pumps in this category. And Pond Boss offers a unique pump that is a pump and a UV light in one housing. Pondmaster, also known as Danner or Supreme, has been making solid little, inexpensive, but durable mag drive pumps for as long as I can remember. Some of them are tiny, like 4 inches by 4 inches or so. An extensive array of parts for these pumps is also available, but like most mag drive pumps, especially true mag drive pumps, these do require a screen or a sponge to protect them, and they're not well suited for high head or extremely dirty conditions. These work especially well in aquariums and other indoor situations or outdoor ponds as long as they're accompanied by a pre-filter of some kind. I'm also a huge fan of the ProEco split tube pump line. The price point is reasonable for the high quality pump and engineering, but what I love about these pumps that work well in skimmers or with fountains as well is that they have an unprecedented 5-year warranty. With so many pumps to choose from, how can you know which pump you need? Well, first of all, compare the appearance and features of the pump. Generally speaking, a tiny pump is probably meant for a small job. And pumps that come with little sponges or tiny little mesh screens probably can't handle very much debris and will need to be cleaned often. Small pumps usually have a low head height, and when pumps are both small and really cheap, they probably aren't going to impress you much in a medium or large pond, especially if you have significant head height. Many times, if a pump looks fit for a particular task, it is more likely to be fit for that task. Mag drive pumps are pretty low on the list for debris handling. If you want to enjoy the benefits of a mag drive pump, protect the pump from debris and or buy a hybrid, split tube, rotary drive, or one of the other brand specific names that applies to improved mag drive technologies. If information about how well a pump performs at various head heights is not available, be careful. Better brands generally provide you with better information. There is a reason some pumps don't want you to know how they perform at 11 feet of head. Always look for the maximum head or shutoff height for every pump. Make sure it works for your application. In our next episode, we're going to talk a lot more about how to pick the right size pump for your pond. But while we're not likely to shoot harsh criticism of any pump out across the internet, having a pond dealer you trust and asking us questions makes sense. Most dealers will be happy to steer you away from pumps that frequently garner complaints or come back on warranty. And most dealers will be very pleased to tell you which pumps they like for your situation and why. In upcoming episodes, we'll talk about caged pumps and fountain pumps, which are not primarily designed for use inside a skimmer at all, and we'll dedicate a whole episode to explaining how to size your pump for your pond. We hope these broad product overviews and our specific reviews of various products are helpful to you. Don't hesitate to send us your product questions or ask us to review specific products. In the meantime, we'd love it if you would like Practical Garden Ponds on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.